Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how to integrate the Stripe payment gateway inside your Node.js and Express application. Basically it will be a subscription based payment where you will pay for each and every month. So subscription payment is kind of a recurring payment, or you can call it subscription or you can call it recurring. So basically it automatically pays after each specified month. So I will be showing you how to also integrate the free trial inside Stripe payment gateway, how to offer a free trial for certain number of days. Let me show you the application that we will be building in this tutorial. So this will be a Node.js and Express application, and we are using the HTML form here. You will see there will be a simple login form. Inside this login form, you will provide the email address of the user that you want to create. Let me now show you the Stripe dashboard. So basically here we will be collecting the payments here. Let me have the dashboard. For this application you need to be having the Stripe account up and ready. So you just need the test account. So you just need to go to the developers and then go to the API keys, and you will need your publishable key and secret key. All this stuff you will need here. After that, if you go to customers here, you will see there will be the customers shown to you. So now let me do a simple quick little payment and show to you guys how it looks like. So basically you will provide the email address. Let's suppose I provide my email address Harshad 1997 at the rate gmail.com. So I provide this email address, click on sign in, and now it will redirect me to the next page which will say how you want to buy the product. It has two options: basic for $15 and pro for $30. So you can select any product here. Let me select the basic one, and if I click here buy now, so it will redirect me to the next page, and then it will say me, you can see that it is saying that something went wrong. Let me see guys, what is the problem here. If I see here, it is saying that something got wrong. So we will be building this application. So you did not provide an API key. You do need to provide the authorization bearer. So in the source code that we are writing here, we do need to provide the API key for this. So if you see here in the API key section here, if you see, this is the application I have written here. So just give me some time. So let me rectify this and show to you guys. So this is, so when people are watching the stream guys, so in this tutorial we are building a, you can see here you need to provide your publishable key here. So I do need to provide this key here. So we need to go to our dashboard, click on developers, and go to the API key section and simply copy our publishable key. So this will be different for you. So I will copy this publishable key, and once again I will run this application once again. So I will say that I will restart the server here. So the server is started here. If you see here, a localhost 4242. So now you will provide your email address once again to make the payment. So if I click sign in, so there will be two options here, basic and pro. If I click basic here, click on buy now. So it will redirect me to the Stripe payment page here. You will see it will offer me the free trial for 14 days free here. And then the recurring payment will be $15 per month. So the name is written here. Obviously this is running in the test mode. And here you will provide the email address of the user. So I will provide the email address, which is this one. And then you can provide the card number. So basically there are some card numbers which are there inside Stripe, which you can provide any date. Let's suppose the future date, and then any 3-digit CVC number, that's it. And then provide the name of the card. So I can change this name to this name. You can change the country, and after click on start trial. So these test card numbers are, if you simply type here Stripe test card numbers. So basically Stripe does provide you these card numbers for testing purposes. So they're inside their documentation, it has written here. You will see that these are the cards which are given here: 424242. CVC number you can give any three digits, and the due date, which is any future date. So three people are watching the stream, guys. So we are integrating the 3D secure subscription based payment inside Stripe. So you will see if I click bio, it will be processing it, and then it will say that the payment is successful. You can see in the success page. And if I show me the customers here, you will see one more customer is added here with this name, Harshad, and this is the email address. And if I click on this customer, you will see the payment which is made by this customer. So one customer has been successfully added. So if I click the payment section, click on subscription, so you will see it is a free trial, and this trial ends on 2 April. So basically you can provide any number of days for the trial. So I have provided this, let me show you, 14 days for the trial period. You can change this trial period to any 30 days, customize this accordingly. So automatically when the trial ends, the payment will be cut inside the card. I have added this card. So you can also simulate the, let's suppose 3D authentication. It also provide user 3D secure authentication on the card. So for certain cards it does provide the authentication when you make the payment. So these cards are very much useful. So if I show you the cards which are there for 3D secure, so these are the cards number which is required for the 3D secure. Let me also show you that also. So once again, if I log in here, let's suppose by different email address, geeky@gmail.com. Once again, if I click sign in and click on the, this time for the pro membership for $30, and now you will see that 14 days free. So after that, once again, I provide the email address geeky, and now I provide this card number, which is, you can see this is uh, ask for the authentication. So I will copy paste this card number right here inside this form here. So if you see here, I will paste this card number like this, and then you just need to provide the future date and 3-digit number, CVC number, and then you can write this geeky person, give the name on the card, and click on start trial. So basically if you click this, now a window will appear here. This is the 3D secure window which is brought to you by Stripe. So basically in the production level, it will ask for to verify your identity with a push notification or a text message which will be sent to your bank or mobile number. So this is a 3D secure window which is shown to the user at the time of payment. So they can reject it or complete it. So in the test mode, I can simply say complete authentication. So once the authentication completes, your processing payment will be completed, and then you will see payment successful. So once again, if I go to the dashboard, one more subscription will be added here with this email address. You will see that this email has added here. The trial ends up 2 April. You don't need to have the trial. If you don't want the trial, you simply need to delete this from your code right here from this. And now if you make the payment, you will be buying this product. So once again, if I say here localhost 4242, once again, if I provide any sort of email address, and once again, if I buy this pro membership for $30, and if I once again, now you will see no trial will be there. It will just say subscribe to Coding Shiksha Pro course, $30 per month, and then you will provide your email address and the card number. That's it. The date and the CVC number. That's it. Click on subscribe, and after you click on subscribe, your payment will be successful, and then payment successful. If I check here inside your customer here, you will see this has been added here. If I click this, the amount is paid here, $30. You can see subscription creation. That's it. So in this way, You can give the free trial if you want to. It is not necessary that you want to give the free trial. Brian Fernando is asking, I have a small doubt. You can ask in the comment section if you want any sort of doubt related to this application. And please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So now let's start building this application from scratch, guys. So I have given the full source code in the video description. So this is the blog post I have written step by step. So if you want to get all the source code and watch alongside with this video, you can go to the video description link to download all the source code. So now let's get started, guys. Let me close this application and also close this and start from scratch. So I will make a new folder here which will say Stripe subscription project. I will move to this Stripe subscription project, and I will open this inside Visual Studio Code text editor. So you will see nothing is there. So we need to first of all create the package.json file npm init-y. So this will create the package.json file. It has the default information about the project. Now we need to install Express, which will be the server, EJS, which is a template engine, and the Stripe dependency, which is a server-side dependency. So just install these three dependencies. So it is just installing it. So after installing it, guys, we also need to install express dash session to store the session checkout ID. So this is very much necessary, express dash session. So that's it. So now we need to create a index.js file in the root directory, guys. So just create this, and now we will start our express server. So we will say require express, and we will start the express application at a particular port number. So we will say that app.listen 5000, and here we will say that console log app is listening on port 5000. So now we just need to make a simple get request. When we load the page, we need to show the user the template. So for this we need to set the view engine, app.set view engine, which is EJS. And also we need to, if you see here, we need to create a public folder here. Public folder, just create this folder. And now we need to set this folder as static. So we can simply say that app.use express.static, and here we will pass the folder name, which will be public. So basically inside this public folder, we will store all the static files. So we will create a JS folder. So here we will store all our JavaScript files, which will be necessary for this application. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that just create a views folder here, views folder, and inside this we need to create a file which called as login.ejs. So here we will be having a simple form here, checkout form, where you will input your email address and password. Sorry, only email address that you will provide here. After that we will redirect to the checkout page. So for this, guys, what we need to do is that if you just see here, we also need to get include the body parser middleware to working with the form. So right here at the top, body parser. So this is a built-in dependency, you did not have to install it. So require the body parser middleware, and we will say app.use body parser.json, app.use body parser.url encoded, and inside this extended to false. So just write these two lines, which is very much important if you are working with the forms. And now, guys, we will just simply say when we load the page for the very first time in the application, we need to uh, render out a template here, which will be response.render, and this will be login EJS file. We are loading this file here. So right inside this file, guys, what we need to do is that inside this we will have a simple form. A form will be there which will make a post request to the route which is called as slash login, and the method here will be post. And inside this we will have a input type of email, So here you will provide the email of the person and the name will be equal to email. And after that, we will have a placeholder which will say enter email address of the user. And this should be required for the validation purpose. That's it. So this is a simple input field. Now we need to have a simple button also, so which will be submitting the form. So we will simply say that button type submit, and here we will say login. That's it. So now if I launch this application node.mon-index.js, you will see that app is listing on port 5000, and basically if I open this app here, localhost 5000, you will see this input field, enter email address and login. So if you're watching this application for the very first time, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And some comments are there. Well, it is not exactly related to this. In Node.js Express Cricket live statistics, I didn't get access to the Crick player info npm. I will get your questions, bro, in the last stages of the video. Let me just build this application first, and then I will see your questions. So here we need to also include jQuery. So, but before that, let me make this post request, which is login. So right here, we will make this post request app.post login request response. So inside this post request, guys, what we need to do is that if you see here, uh, when we make the post request, we need to add a customer with the email address that the user provide. So we need to add the customer to the Stripe API. So how we can achieve this is very easy. So we will create a separate file for this logic. So inside the root directory, create another file stripe.js. So inside this file, we will write the logic to create a new customer. So basically inside this file, we will at the very top, we will require the dependency which will be require Stripe. So just require the Stripe dependency, and after that you need to have your secret key variable, which will be Stripe underscore secret key. So this will be equal to the secret key that you have inside your dashboard. If I see you inside your dashboard, go to the developers and go to the API key, and this is your secret key. This is very much important information. You don't need to reveal this. This will be different for you, so don't copy my secret key. So simply copy this. After copying it, simply paste it. And after this, what we need to do is that we need to create a new object of Stripe. So we will simply say Stripe. And after this, we need to call the Stripe dependency, which we have included. And this contains a method, guys, which is we need to pass it the Stripe secret key. So 7 people are watching the stream. So first of all, hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. And the second argument we will provide is the API version. So whichever API version that you use. So this is mandatory. So inside this, I will pass here the latest version, which is 220 0827. This is the version we will pass. After that, guys, what we need to do is that we need to add a new customer to the Stripe dashboard. So basically, if you go to your dashboard, inside your customers here, we need to add a customer here dynamically. So how we can achieve this is very simple. We will create a function for doing this. So we will say that const add new customer. And basically this will be a async function, and it will take the email address that the user passed. And inside this, what we need to do is that we will create here a customer, and we will use the await keyword here. And after this, this Stripe method contains a method here which will be customers dot create, and inside this you need to pass the email address email of the user and a short little description for the user. So I can just pass here new Stripe customer. That's it. So now we need to export this method. After this, we need to return the customer, return customer. And now to export this method so that we can use this inside our another file, we can simply add this line module.exports, and inside this we can pass add new customer. That's it. So now we can include this file in our index.js. Right here at the top we can simply say stripe, and we need to require this file, which is dot stripe. This is a file here, so simply include this. So right here inside our post request we will call this whenever we want to. So when we log in, so basically we will get the email address by simply like this. We will say request.body. That's it. So we have provided a name attribute to this. You will see that email here. So we are extracting the email here. So after extracting the email, we will construct our customer and await. So this needs to be a async function. So we will have async keyword here attached to it. So after this, we will simply say that stripe dot add new customer. This is a method here. You will see that. After that, we will pass the email address to this function. So after this, guys, if you see, just console log the customer just to check if it is working or not. Let me restart the application here. Let me provide an email address here. If I go to localhost 5000 and if I add an email address here, let's suppose this email address, and click on login. So now inside the console you will see it will return this information to me, the ID of the customer, unique ID, object, address, all this stuff. This is the email address. If I check the dashboard here, you will see in the customer dashboard, one customer is added here, which is the name here, new Stripe customer. This is the email here, which is currently added here. So in this way, you can add dynamic customers to your Stripe dashboard using this code here that I have written here. So after you added the customer, guys, you need to secure this information. You need to store this information inside the cookies. So now to store this, we need to require express session. So we need to require this express dash session. This is part of the express framework. And one other dependency we need to install, guys, inside this project, which will be a dependency, which is called as npm I, and the dependency is called as memory store. Memory store. This is a package here which is used to store the information in the browser. So if you just type here memory store npm I, so this is a package here, guys, which is a very popular package in terms of storing information inside your browser. 61,000 weekly downloads. So simple command is there. So simply install this, and now we need to include this module. So simply we will say that const memory store, and we will require this memory store here, and we will pass the session. That's it. We will pass the session like this. And now we need to initialize the session, guys. So we will pass it as a middleware function like this, app.use and session. So this takes some options, guys, which we need to provide here. The first options it take is the time save uninitialized. So this parameter I will set to false, and the cookie, this is a cookie it takes, and it takes a object. So maximum age property it takes, so it is equal to, you can provide the limit here in terms of second. So I will provide 864.0.0.0.0. So this is approximately equal to 24 hours. Put a comma, and then we have the third parameter, which is store. So this will be equal to new memory state, memory store, that we have included. And right here we will pass the check period, which will be equal to again this period, which is 24 hours. So 864.0.0.0.0. So this is in terms of seconds we are providing the and then we will put another comma, and the option is resave option. So this is equal to again boolean value, and put it false. And the secret key for this information, you can provide any secret key of your choice. I will provide this is secret, like this. So this can be anything for your application, just to save this information. So now if you see here, if I now want to console log this information, let me store this information first of all in the session variable. So we will simply say that request dot session dot, and then you can simply say that you can have customer ID. You can initialize a variable here, and inside this you can store our customer. And also to store the email address, you will simply say that request.session.email is equal to the email address that is passed. That's it. So we are storing two details inside our cookie customer. You will see that after this, we can redirect the user to, let me console log again the customer, just to let me show you how it is storing this information inside the browser. If you just restart your application, let me show you how it is storing it. So I click nodemon index.js. So I need to go to this route, which is slash, oh sorry, localhost 5000. So if I enter an email address, guys, you can see that if I enter this, click on login. So if I have the inspect element, and if I go to the this one application, and then I go to the cookies here, so you will see this is storing this cookie information. This is the actual ID of the person here, which is stored here inside cookie value. So you need to go to application, then go to cookies. So it is storing all this information here. So in this way, we can just share this information across multiple pages. Now we need to redirect the user to the account page. So we can simply say response dot redirect. We can use this, and we can redirect the customer to the account page. That's it. Slash account. And here, guys, we will make a simple get request here. So when we open this slash account, we need to have a file which will be response.render account. That's it. So now we need to create a second file inside the views folder, which will be account.ejs. So this will be again be a simple form where the user can select two form of payments here, which either it can be a pro membership, or it can be a basic membership. So for this, guys, you need to create some kind of product inside your dashboard. So this will be the actual checkout page, checkout account page, you can say that. And right here we will have if you see here, we will have a simple radio button, input type radio, and I will provide a ID to it, which will be for basic membership, and the name will be equal to product. That's it. And the value will be defined here is equal to basic, and then we will have another radio button. This time the product name will be product, ID will be pro, and the value will be pro. That's it. So now after this, we will have a simple button, so which will say simply to the user that buy now, and this will be, we will give a ID to it of checkout button. So that's it. So we will give a simple label to this input field, so that the user can understand that they are buying for the basic membership. So we can simply say label for basic, and then we can simply say basic for, and this will be, you can provide the rate. I will provide here $50, and then I can another label for the pro membership. I will say pro membership and the basic membership for $50, and the pro membership for $100. So I will put the rate here like this, $100. So there will be a buy now button. That's it. So now if I reload the application once again, you will see that if you enter the email address, click on login, so it will redirect you to the basic membership is 50, pro membership is 100. If you select any of these options, if you click buy now button, you need to redirect the user to the Stripe checkout page here. So for this, you need to include the jQuery, which is very much important for this project. So simply say jQuery CDN and go to w3schools.com and simply copy paste this CDN right here after the body, paste it. And also guys, we need to include one other file here which will be there inside the JS folder, dot. So we can simply say here like this, JS account.js. That's it. So inside this file guys, inside JS folder, you will see that we will create a new file which will be equal to account.js. So here we can simply say alert statement, hello world, hi world. So you will see this file will be included here. If I pass the email address, click on login, and now you can see hi world. So this we are using this JavaScript here. So now to write some JavaScript guys inside this file for making the post request, it is very much easy. So first of all, inside this, what we need to do is that when the document is loaded, we will use the document ready function of jQuery inside this file. So first of all, we need to get the publishable key. So publishable key we will have. So this will be equal inside your dashboard. If you find here, you will find this publishable key here. Go to developers and go to this API key section and just copy this publishable key and paste it. After this, you will have to call the Stripe, and then you will call the constructor Stripe library, and you will pass this publishable key that you constructed, publishable key. And before that guys, you also need to include inside your this account.ejs file, you also need to include the library of Stripe library. You need to include. So basically, before this, you will need to include this library, which is a script tag. So script source is equal to. So this is the Stripe library, which is https / js.stripe.com /version3 slash. That's it. So you do need to include this JS library of Stripe. So include this script tag, and after that you can use this Stripe constructor. So after doing this guys, what we need to do is that we need to have the checkout button. So we have given a ID to it. If you see here inside your HTML, we have given a ID to this button, which is checkout button. So we can simply say that checkout button hash symbol. So now when we click this button, we need to redirect the user. So we can simply say that checkout button dot click. So when we click this, we can simply say, we can make a product, whichever product user has selected. We can use this simple selector in order to get it. This is a jQuery selector. So we will simply say that input underscore name is equal to product, and whatever is the value checked, so we will simply say that underscore checked dot value. So we will get the value whichever product the user has selected inside this radio button. If you see here, this is a radio button. So whichever product will be selected, we will get this value either basic or pro. So that's it. Now we need to make a simple post request. So we can make it using the fetch API. So we will use the fetch method which is built in JavaScript, and we will make it to the route which will be checkout, and here we will be providing the method as post. Method is post, and we need to provide the headers, which is very much important for this application, and the headers will be simply content type. So this will be equal to application underscore JSON. That's it. Lastly, we do need to provide the body, and we need to convert the json.stringify. We need to convert this product. We need to pass the product, whichever product the user has selected, we are passing it, and we are converting it to JSON by using json.stringify. So after doing this, guys, what we will see here, inside here, we will have our response back. We can use the dot then statement. So inside this result, we will get the result here. So what we can do is that first of all, we will convert the result to the JSON. So what we can do, we can simply do this on single line. So we can say result.json. Once again, we will have the dot then statement. So here we will have the session ID, session underscore ID. So we can redirect the user. We can say stripe dot redirect to checkout, and then we will pass the session ID, which is session ID. That's it. So this is very much useful, this session ID, because with the help of this session ID, we are actually redirecting the user to the Stripe checkout page. So now you can see that we are getting the JSON, and then we are extracting the session ID from it. So now we do need to make this post request, which is slash checkout in the server side page. So this is the actual code, guys. So now we do need to make this checkout route inside index.js. So we will simply move to the index.js file. So here we will make this post request. So just make this post request, which is app.post slash checkout request response. So inside this checkout page, guys, first of all, we will get the product which the user has selected. We will say console log request.body.product. So accordingly, we can simply now we need to create the subscription product, guys. So move to your Stripe dashboard and go to the product section, and here you need to click the add product option. Just create a two products out there, which will be pro sorry basic membership, and you can provide a description. I will not provide a description. You can provide the dollar here. Let me provide 50 here, $50. This will be a recurring payment here. This is not a one-time payment. This will be a recurring payment or a subscription payment, and the billing period will be monthly. So you can see you can choose any billing period. Let's suppose daily, weekly, monthly. I will choose here monthly, and then click on save. So this will give you this app ID, API ID, or price ID. So this is that you want. So simply copy this, and now we will make a simple object here, right here at the very top. We will say products, and the first products will be for the basic. So basic will be equal to this app ID. So simply paste it. Then we will have the pro one. Simply in the simple manner, simply again click on the product, click on add product. This time this will be pro membership, pro membership. And now this time this will be $100. So you will see that recurring payment, click on save product. So once again it will give you this API ID. Simply copy this ID, you will need this, so paste it here like this. So now we have two products out there, basic and pro. So depending upon which product has selected by the user, we can simply check in the if condition, if request.body dot product is equal to basic. So in that scenario we will simply say that product, we can just declare a product variable here, right here. So this will be equal to nothing. So this will be equal to you can see that we have made a project, sorry, object here, which will be products dot basic. In the else block we can say that product will be equal to products dot pro. That's it. So depending upon which product the user has selected, we can customize this. So now we can make our customer, guys. So we can simply say customer. So we can say we can get the customer using the request.session because we have stored it inside the session here. So now to retrieve it, it is very simple. Request.session. After getting the session ID, guys, it is very simple. We will simply pass this session. So we will use the await, and this will be a async function. So just make it async so that we can use the await keyword. So right here, guys, we will use stripe dot and a function we will create here which will be called as create checkout session. So this function we will create here, this is a custom function, and here we will pass the customer and we will pass the actual product the user has selected. So now we need to create this method, guys, which we are importing it from this file here, stripe. So now we need to go to this file here, stripe.js. So right here we will add a new method out there which will be equal to checkout create checkout session, and inside this will be a async function. So this will get the customer and the product. So this will be a function. So right here, guys, what we need to do is that inside this function we need to make the session here. So session, so what we can do is that as this is a async function, we can use await keyword here, right here inside this. So this contains stripe dot, if you see we have included the stripe dependency which is stripe. So this stripe contains a method out there which is stripe dot checkout dot session and sessions dot create, and inside this there is a method out there which is called as here you can pass some options. The mode will be equal to either production or it can be equal to test mode. So this will be test, put a comma, and here, guys, we need to pass the subscription because this is a subscription based payment, so mode will be subscription. The second argument is the payment method types, payment underscore method types. So we are using the Visa card, so we will just provide here card, put a comma, and then we will simply pass the customer, put a comma, and then we will pass the actual products which are there. So this will be a array. So we will pass a object here which will be equal to the actual product, put a comma, and the quantity is equal to 1, only one quantity we will purchase it. You can also customize these options accordingly. So quantity will be equal to 1. That's it. Now if you want to give a free trial to the user, you can give it using this object which will be equal to sorry, this property which offers the subscription trial, subscription data, and this is again a object. Inside this you can provide a property which will trial underscore period days, trial period under days. So here you can put a trial of 14 days, 30 days. I will just give a trial of 30 days to the user. After that the payment will be automatically be fetched from the card, and then we will provide the success page. So this will be the success URL. So when the payment is successful, then this server will be redirected to this page here. So this will be equal to HTTP localhost 5000, and this will be equal to success and question mark, and also we will provide the session ID, session underscore ID. So this will be equal to checkout underscore session underscore ID. That's it. Put a comma, and if you are failed, cancel URL. So if the payment is failed for any sort of reason, we can have HTTPS localhost 5000, and we will have a failed URL. That's it. So you need to make these two URLs here. So we have successfully made this. So after this, we will simply return the session from this method. That's it, that we have constructed. And after that, we will add this method, which will be add checkout, create checkout session. That's it. So now this method is available inside this file, which is create in the post request checkout page here, right here. After this, guys, what we need to do is that if you see here, we can simply console log the session, console log session, and then we can simply send out response.send session ID is equal to session dot id. That's it. So now we need to make our success page URL. So when the payment is successful, app.get success. So this will be request response, and here we can simply say that payment is successful. And when the payment is failed for any sort of reason, we can simply say that payment failed. So now the application is complete, guys. Let me restart the application. If I click here nodemon index.js, if I start this application, you will see that, let me go to the local host. $5,000. So if I provide an email address here, let's suppose sanjay18@gmail.com, and if I click on login, so it will say that basic membership for $50 or basic membership for $100. So if I select basic membership for 50 here, click on buy. So it is saying that received unknown parameter, which is line items product. It is saying that it received, so it is having this basic here. Let me see here. Just give me some time, guys. Let me see here. Basic and pro. This is, so here we are having this product or basic. We are passing the actual product here. You will see that. It is saying that Stripe invalid request error. Received unknown parameter, which is line items, zero product. Let me see, line underscore items, product. If you see the product here, so let me console log this just to check if it is working or not. I think some typing mistake is there here. So let me see here. The, let me just paste this code here, which is, if you go to my blog post, I have written a complete blog post on this tutorial. So I think this is causing this error. So three people are watching the stream, guys. So please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So let me see. I think some typing mistake is there. So let me rectify this. So you can see that. Let me copy this. So this is okay, but we need to, inside this post request, I have made a mistake here. Let me write this post request once again, guys. So let me make this slight modification just to check if it is. So this will be equal to products.pro, products.basic. And I have declared this variable at the very top. If you see here, if you see this product variable, I have declared, let me see, I haven't declared this product variable. So that's why you will see that this was the problem. Let me once again refresh this and hopefully this time this will work. So if you are watching it for the very first time, guys, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. Let me once again type the email address, click on login, select the basic membership. So it is saying that Stripe is not defined inside index.js. Index.js, where is await create checkout session. Stripe, sorry, this needs to be Stripe. So again, if you refresh it, so when programming it live here, sometimes mistakes can happen. So that's why you are seeing this mistakes. So once again, it is saying missing required parameter currency. So if you see, we are missing the parameter here inside this, the price one. So you will see that price, we are missing it. Create checkout session whenever we are passing this customer slash product. So I think we need to give this like this. So let me copy paste this inside this. So let me write this once again like this. So we are missing this parameter which was price. Either it can be USD or that's it. So just do like this, and hopefully this time this will be not be having the problem. So I will say that localhost 5000, put the email address, pro membership, uh, guys, I let me copy paste all the code here which is there. I think we have made some kind of mistake here, which I, so right here, let me paste this code inside this file. So this is, I am just doing it for not wasting your time, so that is why, so don't mind that I am changing code. So the code is correct. So right here you need to give your secret key here. So go to your dashboard and simply you need to go to developers, go to API key and simply copy this secret key. And then we need to go to our server.js file. So this is the file here. So I will start this at port 5000, and inside this you need to give your price ID. So whichever product you have created. So go to products. So we have created these two basic membership. So we will say that this is a pro membership. We will simply copy this. For the pro, we can simply paste it like this. And for the basic membership, this is a price ID. Simply copy this, paste it here. So that's okay, guys. So you can see that now it should work. Let me refresh it once again. Nodemon index.js. If I say that localhost 5000, so now it will redirect me to the Stripe checkout page. You will see try basic membership 14 days free, then $50 per month. So basically you put your email, you put the card number like this. This is a test card number that Stripe provides you. And then you provide the date, the future date, and 3 digits CVC number, any CVC number you can provide. Click on start trial. So then you will see after the successful payment, it will be saying that payment is successful. So the payment has been successfully done. You will see it has returned the object to us. So if you see here inside the dashboard also, if I see the payments, click on subscription, you will see this is a subscription which is there here, basic membership. So the card number which is used here, billing period, discount, all this information is stored here. So now we can repeat this for another here, which is called as, I think if you see here, the success page was not shown. If you see here, success page was not shown. So we can simply say here account.js stripe.js. That's why the success page was not shown to us. So I need to change the port number like this. Just repeat this. And now I will test it using the 3D secure authentication card number, guys. So which will ask for the authentication purpose. If I once again enter this, now this time this will be pro membership. And now this time, guys, we will use the different card number which will be for authentication, this card number which will ask for the authentication. You put the name, all this stuff. So if you click start trial, so basically it will now ask for the authentication, complete the transaction or failed. So if you see complete, so it will simply process it, and after that your transaction is complete. Now you will see the payment successful page here like this. So in this way, guys, you can build this subscription based payment system inside Node.js and Express with 3D secure authentication on Visa credit cards in Stripe. All the source code regarding this application will be there inside video description. I have written all the source code and given the link in the video description. This is a source code I have given here in the video description of this live stream. So thanks very much for watching this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and let me read some of the comments here which are there here. Check Gmail account. I message you, bro. How did you get access to that npm? It keeps saying access denied when I try to run it. In Node.js, I will get to it. Live statistics app, if you want to get to it, cricket live statistics app, I will definitely help you. Just email me inside my Gmail ID. I can. I don't have experiences in developing WordPress theme, bro. Sorry. Nice. I have made this one already. Thanks for showing again, bro. Nice. Keep going and make more projects like this. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching the stream, and I will be seeing you in the next stream.